everybody. Hello. It is good to be with y'all today online. Do you know what today is? That's right. Today is Dolly Parton's birthday. Well, it is. It is Dolly Parton's birthday, but it's also my mom's birthday. Yay! Happy birthday, Mom. And yay, birthdays. I just had a birthday. I'm 30 now. I think I'm good. Cool. All right. Well, enough of that. It's Tuesday, and that means it is time to read. And these are our choices for tonight. And the obvious, very clear winner was Arthur Meets the President. Cool. So let's get started with our story for tonight. I love Arthur books, and I'm definitely going to be bringing more of them into the future. One that I just read, actually, was Arthur's Computer Disaster. I didn't read it online, but I read it for myself because I'm learning Spanish. And so I went and got the Spanish copy from the library, and I had the English copy nearby just in case I got completely lost. But I did okay. I did okay. And I bet that's probably an easier way to learn is to just go. But let's get started with this book. Arthur Meets the President by Mark Brown. Listen carefully, class, said Mr. Ratburn. This is a national contest, so do your best work. I love contests, said Muffy. What do I win? The winner visits the White House in Washington, said Mr. Ratburn. What do we write about? Asked Arthur. The subject is, How can I help make America great? Said Mr. Ratburn. Everyone started writing. Arthur started thinking. He thought about the time he and D.W. helped old Mrs. Tibble clean her yard. He thought about how much more they could do in the neighborhood if the whole class helped. Then he began to write. Weeks later, when Mr. Haney, the principal, was opening the mail, his hands began to shake. It's a letter from the president, he gasped. Miss Tingley, the secretary, fainted. Prunella, who was in the office with a stomach ache, suddenly got better. Open it! She shouted. Mr. Haney clicked on the PA system. Attention, everyone! The President of the United States has written to announce the winner of the How Can I Help Make America Great contest. And the winner is our very own Arthur. He and his class are invited to attend a special ceremony at the White House. Mr. Ratburn's class went wild. Yay! I got to go to Washington, D.C. because someone won a contest. My sister won National History Day contest, and that was really fun. We loved Washington, and we loved watching her be a winner. That was pretty fun. Congratulations, Arthur, said Mr. Ratburn. You'll have to work hard to memorize your paper so you can recite it to the president next Wednesday. Memorize? Recite? Asked Arthur. Of course, said Mr. Ratburn. We'll all be there cheering you on. Now, I don't remember this is what happened on the TV show. Uh-oh. Maybe I need to go rewatch the TV show. You're on TV! Screamed DW when Arthur got home. Listen! He will recite his winning an essay to the president and all of America. Oh my gosh, the announcer was saying. I feel sick, said Arthur. Not as sick as you'll feel when you're giving your speech, said DW. That's encouraging. There's so much to do before we leave, said Mother. Arthur, you'll need a new suit. What about me? Asked DW. I need to look beautiful when I meet the president. The president is very busy, explained Father. He'll only have time to meet Arthur and hear him recite his essay. If I can remember it, said Arthur. Of course you can, said Father. Just relax. Pretend I'm the president and practice right now. The thought of sitting next to the president made Arthur's mind go blank. He said. Uh-oh, said DW. Monday at school, everyone was busy planning the trip. Oh boy, no homework for 3 days, said Francine. Not quite, said Mr. Ratburn. Everyone groaned. Each of you will have to do a report, he explained. As we tour Washington on Wednesday, you will be our guides. So get to work. I'll see you all at the airport tomorrow morning. Arthur tried to study his speech on the plane. Don't forget to mention me to the president for the Teacher of the Year award, Mr. Ratburn reminded him. Aren't you excited? Asked Buster. Too nervous to be excited, said Arthur. You need help, said DW. I'll make the speech for you. I have a lot of ideas about how to run the country. So apparently Arthur has a book called How to Memorize Anything in 5 Minutes. I just saw that. That night at the hotel, Arthur was too worried to sleep. What in the world are you doing? Asked Father. What if I forget my speech and the president laughs at me? Arthur asked. The president would never laugh at you, said Father. Why don't you write your speech on note cards and keep them in your pocket, he suggested, just in case. What a great idea, said Arthur. He felt much better. Now try not to worry and go to sleep, said Mother. Wow. Everybody cleaned up good. The next morning, everyone met in front of the Jefferson Memorial. Arthur, you look so handsome, said Francine. Ready to meet the president? Said Mr. Ratburn. I guess, said Arthur. He reached into his pocket to make sure the note cards were there. Time for your reports, called Mr. Ratburn. Only 1 more hour until we're due at the White House. Our first stop is the Washington Monument, the tallest building in Washington, explained Francine. 898 steps to the top. Everyone ready? Are you kidding? Said DW. I'm taking the elevator. This is the Capitol, where Congress makes the nation's laws, said Sue Ellen. I think we all know how important it is to obey the law, said Mr. Ratburn, which is funny because he's standing on the grass. The National Museum of Natural History has great mummies, said Buster. Follow me. No thanks, said Muffy. I'll meet you at the gift shop. The last stop was the White House. It's so big, said Arthur. Not as big as Muffy's house, said DW. Now, I will say, if you've ever been to Washington, D.C., you can never do any of these things in an hour. but that's okay. This is book time. In a book, anything can happen. The Smithsonian takes like 2 days. It's incredible. Okay. The White House has 132 rooms, said the brain. Every president except George Washington has lived here. It has a barber shop, clinic, indoor pool, theater, gym, and its own library. And the president's office has fancy gold curtains like the ones in our living room. Excuse me, said the president's secretary. The president is arriving. Please follow me to the rose garden. I don't think I saw that, although we went in the summer, so they might have all been gone. Arthur gulped. It was almost time. He took out his note cards. Suddenly, a strong wind blew through the garden. Here comes the president! Squealed Muffy. My speech! Gasped Arthur. Relax, said Mr. Ratburn. You'll be fine. D.W. wasn't so sure. She had a plan. Uh-oh. Arthur had never seen so many important-looking people. Good afternoon, Mr. President, he began. When I think about what I can do to make America great, I... Arthur began to feel very warm. His knees began to shake. His mind went blank. This is the worst day of my life, he thought. Suddenly, Buster giggled. Soon everyone else joined in. Even the president was laughing. Arthur turned bright red. And when Arthur saw what they were laughing at, he laughed too. Uh-oh. Now Arthur felt much better. He recited his whole speech without forgetting a single word. And in conclusion, he said, we can all help make America great by helping others. Good, said D.W. Then help me down. Lord help. That was fun. Now, as a fan of watching Arthur on TV, I know that we're all supposed to like read the books first, but I remember this episode much differently. I think D.W. was trying to like petition for unicorns as the national pony or something like that. That sounds right. All right, our Bible story today. Let's go to number 4 of our book about theology. So we're learning something new about God today from Theology by Marty Makowski. God is all-powerful. God is so powerful that when the time came for him to create the universe, all he used was his words. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. How is that for powerful? With just a few words, God created light, heavens, earth, sun, moon, stars, oceans, plants, fish, birds, and animals. And when God spoke, it was so. So when God said, "Let there be light," he didn't have to wait for the light to turn on. When he said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures," he didn't have to wait for them to be born. They appeared instantly. Imagine a forest, empty one moment, and the next teeming with lions, lizards, gorillas, grasshoppers, snakes, mice, snails, butterflies, and giraffes. The Bible tells us that we can know God is real and powerful just by looking at what he created. It is he who made the earth by his power, established the world by his wisdom, and by his understanding stretched out the heavens. Jeremiah 10:12. Once God has spoken, twice have I heard this. Once God has spoken, twice I have heard this, that power belongs to God. Psalm 62:11. Isn't it interesting to think about a mouse and a giraffe being friends? Oh, I love that y'all commented. Hi, Miss Hazel. Hi, Mom. At Trinity, is there really a gym and clinic in the White House? I would guess so. I have not seen one. There's only so many things that when you're in the White House that you can actually go see. I did see some really cool things though. I saw lots of china that belonged to the first ladies. There was some really pretty pink depression glass. It wasn't depression glass because it was like a lot older, but it belonged to Mary Lincoln, and it was pink and it was really pretty, and it was in this box. And if you go to the Smithsonian, I don't know if they do this anymore, but last when I went to the Smithsonian, they had like all of the first ladies' dresses from like way back. I'm sure some of them were probably recreations from like portraits and things, but some of them were like the original ones, and I was like, that's so fabulous. Now, everybody knows that we're going to have a new president tomorrow, and a lot of people have different feelings about that. But what I know is that God is still in charge, and that he knows all things, and that he's in charge of everything over all the kings and presidents and everyone that is in charge of anything, anywhere. I know that our president, just the same as all other presidents before him, were loved and made and created by God, and that we should pray for him just the same as we pray for any president we have. So, I think we should do that real quick. Dear Jesus, I just want to thank you for our country and thank you for how great it is, and that we really can be great by helping others and being kind and loving each other. I pray for our country right now and our new president. I pray that our country will work together this year to love and be kind to each other just a little bit better. It's something that we can try to do every day. Amen. All right. Yay! So, next week, since today's my mom's birthday, I snuck over to the shelf real quick, and I got a book that I know that she will like me reading next week very much. Da 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 da. Now wait, some of y'all probably never heard of this book, and that's okay. It is a great book. It is so great, and it's going to be so fun to read to you. And if you are able to watch any of my videos for Christmas, you have already met Festus and Mercury and Festus. This is a fabulous book, and you will love it. So I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 7, and I'll see you there. Bye.